Easter Munchie Tins. Right, folks, welcome back to another honest and brutal food review. We are doing Easter Munchie Tins now. If you like our channel and you like what we do, hit that subscribe button right now. So we've been on a hunt around many different supermarkets to see which ones have got some Easter Munchie Tins this year. Last year, Aldi had one. I've not seen one yet, and we are coming into the start of March. They do have the little packets though, so you know, have a look at them if you want to, but we're not comparing them, we're actually comparing the tins of sweets, chocolate that's all mixed together ready for Easter. We've got a £3 Munchie tin from B&M. This one is the smallest of the range we've found with 120 grams in there. It's got white chocolate buttons, Easter-shaped gummies, chocolate flavoured pretzels, jelly beans, popcorn, dark chocolate flavoured candy and a crisp shell, etc. You've got loads in there. Plenty of E numbers in there as well, so make sure your kids don't eat all of these in one go. They'll be bouncing around the house. We have also got the Home Bargains Munchie Tin. That's 320 grams, £4.99. This one contains jelly beans, caramel popcorn, pretzels and some jelly sweets. Of course, the original Marks and Spencer's Munchie Tin. These are £10 each. You get 500 grams in there for £10. It's got a section of fruit flavoured jellies, sugar-coated milk chocolate with a rice centre, chocolate balls, popcorn, pretzels, the lot. The original Munchie Tin from Marks and Spencer's. We've got the Studio Bakery Matilda Bits and Bob's Munchie Tin, 550 grams for 10 quid. This one is a selection of Easter treats and cakes with some jellies in there as well. As usual, we'll be giving these our honest scores out of 10. So you know what? I like this part sometimes. Let's get tasting. Now, with the Munchie Tins, you do have to sort of empty some of the packets out. So they're all kind of in separate areas. So before we do that, you can see, for example, this one's got all the cakes in little bags in that one. So I'm gonna tip them all out into each tin so they're all mixed up, ready to go. All right, we're gonna kick this off with the smallest of the lot. £3 for 120 grams from B&M. Now, if you are looking at like for like sizes, you've got the Marks and Spencer's one, £10 for 500 grams, and you've got £3 for 120 grams. Scale this one up, and you are actually looking at per grams, it's more expensive. Inside, you can see in there, we have got popcorn pieces, pretzels, like carrot-shaped gummies, little kind of crispy coated chocolate bits, chocolate buttons, etc. So, try a little bit of each. Popcorn's all right. Pretzels taste a bit stale, to be honest with you. Chocolate buttons are okay. Oh. Oh. That sweet is a hard chew on that one. Right. If you're looking for something that's cheaper than the rest at £3, and you could probably get a tin per person if you're going to buy them for something special. So, you know, when you're buying a tin for 10 quid, you're kind of going to share it. For your kids, you could buy one of these, £3, they could get one each, you've got a couple of kids. Fine. What I will warn you though is pretzels are not great. It tastes a little bit stale. The jellies are solid. I mean, you see now, try and rip that apart. And you don't get many in there, to be fair. I can count, that's 5 in total. You're mainly getting all those little crispy shell pieces and the white chocolate and a few jelly beans. I mean, it looks full on that one, but I'll be honest with you, the products in there are all inferior and cheap compared to some of the others. I mean, sweets don't taste the best anyway, really hard. Jelly babies are all sour in flavour in there, and the crispy coated shell things are so cheap in the chocolate. I'm not a fan of this one. I mean, I don't want to knock it when it's value for money, but if you are going to get something like this one, I think you're better shelling out for the bigger ones, potentially, and sharing them out. I think that might be better, but yeah, it's okay. I'm not a big fan of it, but yeah, it'll do. B&M, £3 Munchie Tin for 120 grams. I'm giving you a 2 out of 10. Next up, Home Bargains. I'm not sure if they brought one of these out last year, but I don't remember seeing it. You'll have a look in there. This one is 320 grams. At £4.99. So if you're doing a like for like, if you were to increase this to £10, you're getting more for your money in this pot than any of the others. So this one represents more value for money. Inside, the tin equates to about half full, okay? You can also get the refills to refill this back up. You got lots of things in there. You got pretzels, mini fried eggs, popcorn, carrot-shaped jelly, bunny-shaped jellies, mini jelly babies, great. Okay, now, let's give them a try. That sweet popcorn's nice. and see how this one bites. Much better. Okay, already I'm getting better tasting sweets and chocolates in there. Sweet popcorn in there is delicious. Really good. Pretzels, some of the chocolate is falling off them as they go along. You can taste the saltiness on them and they don't taste stale like the last ones. Sweets are easier to bite. I think all the product levels are just elevated up. I like the fact as well you get a lot more jellies in there. But what I do think this is lacking is a bit more chocolate. If you want the kind of munchie mix, you do want more chocolate in there. Maybe they could have thrown some mini eggs in there or things like that one. I appreciate there's a price element to it, but switch a few bits out and then it might have been a bit more of a kind of proper munchie mix on there. But all round, pretty good. And I think with value for money for this one, it's a very, very good tin. Some of the products in the other ones will be a little bit superior, particularly the Marks & Spencer's ones, but that is reflected in the value and the value per 100 grams that you get. So, I actually do quite like this one. Well done, Home Bargains. Good value, good products in there, very good. I think the kids will like to finish this one off as well. Needs a little bit more chocolate, so for me, that one's gonna get an 8 out of 10. Now, Marks & Spencer's original mix. There we go. See, that's how it comes. Okay, £10 for 500 grams, middle of the range value on that one. Feels much heavier. You feel like you're getting a bigger, kind of better product there. About half full all the way. You've got some pretzels, we've got some gummies in there. Ooh, some popcorn, white chocolate popcorn, mini kind of chocolates. Yeah, more chocolate in this one and instead of gummies. So let's get tucking in. The pretzels have kind of survived a bit better in there as well. Popcorn's lovely. Mini Maltesers. Also got a test of carrot. Now, straight away, let's be fair, you can tell and see the difference in the quality of the products that are in there. Pretzels, absolutely spot on. Chocolate stayed on, loads of saltiness to them, I really like it. The jellies, these are obviously Marks & Spencer style jellies. They're not a certain style that you get in other places. I get it, if you like them, then yeah, you'll be very happy with this one. There's a good distribution in there. I actually do prefer the other jellies in that one. I think that's just a real personal preference. I'm not a big fan of Marks & Spencer's sweets and stuff like that one, but I'm not gonna discourage the score for that one because I can appreciate what's happening in here. The white chocolate popcorn, it's all right, it's not bad. Again, it's probably a personal preference, not a huge fan of it. I like the fact there's lots of extra chocolate in there. So you've got the mini Maltesers, kind of mini chocolate crispy shells, M&M styles in that one. All around, the products are much more tastier. You're getting a lot of different stuff in there. Putting a handful in there, you like to get a good mixture, chocolate, sweets, pretzels, popcorn in there. Yeah, very good. You can see why the original one does sell really well at £10 a box. What I would like to see with the £10, and I said this with the Christmas one as well, a little bit more full, please. You can refill it once the tin's gone. I think it's about £7 for the refill. So you're paying £3 for the tin, essentially. And when you've just compared to this one, while the products aren't as good, they're not far off. And the difference in price and value per 100 grams is where your difference is. But yeah, overall, nice enough product. It is the original. It works well. Would like to see a little bit more in there. I'm giving this one a 9 out of 10. Now we're on to the Matilda bits and bobs. This one is different. Instead of having kind of pretzels and popcorn like everybody else, you've got cake bites and jellies in there. I quite like the idea of that. So let's have a look what we get inside. Okay. Already you can see lots of different bits of cakes. You've got kind of cornflake cakes with Easter eggs in there, or well, mini eggs in there. You've got flumps. Let's test what these are. Crispy cake brownies. You've got sweets in there, which is great. You've got the kind of speckled eggs as well for chocolate. Kind of got caramel blondie. Yeah, I like the mixture in here with the brownies as well. Something really different. And it feels, because the tub's quite full, it feels like you're getting good value for money at £10. That's all in the taste though, isn't it? I'm gonna have to try every single one. It's a hard job sometimes, isn't it? Okay, all the cake bits in there. Tried the brownies, blondies, etc. The Rice Krispie cakes. Nice enough. Nice cakes, really easy going, dead easy to eat. You get a lot in there. I mean, you get the impression you get a lot in there. I think if you kind of sat there and really worked out the values on it per grams for a cake, for this or that one, might not feel like a lot of value. It's probably being done as maybe a lot of the offcuts or the extras that they've got to create these. But when they put it at £10, they kept it in line with all the rest as well. Jellies in there, they're fine. You don't get a lot, I think, is probably the biggest thing I would say. Chuck some more jellies in there, get the flumps out, chuck jellies in there. Obviously, it can affect the weight, but yeah, it feels very much cake heavy. A few extra little bits for you and stuff like that. And if you didn't like some of the cakes, you are a bit stuck as well. Whereas at least with some of the other mixes, you can pick and choose what you like out of it. But I like it, and I think it's a strong, strong one here. Not a traditional one, but it's a strong player in the market. The only downside you get with this one is, if you buy it now, you're probably going to have to eat it before Easter because it's got a shorter shelf life on it. The rest have got till July through. This one, when we bought it, we probably got about 2.5 to 3 weeks out of it. That's also not a problem because guess what? It means you get to eat it all in one go. But they're probably the only downsides about it. Okay, another strong contender on this one. Like the idea, like the bits in there, needs a few more sweets and there's a short shelf life. But this one's going to get an 8 out of 10. Today's scores are based on a lot of different factors, the kind of what you get in there, what they're tasting like, etc. However, I do have to say that on this one, I actually think that the Home Bargains Easter Munch Mix Tin at £4.99 has got to be my favourite. Even though we got an 8 out of 10, the products are a little bit inferior compared to the Marks and Spencer's ones. It's the value for money. It's half the price. You are getting about 180 grams less, but if you do that per grams, you're actually getting more value for money. So if there's something you don't want to spend 10 quid on, but you don't mind spending a £5 on for kind of nearly the same amount, the Home Bargain ones has to be my favourite one of the lot. So folks, that'll do for this one. See you on to it next.